Tectone. You cannot say Gacha without saying Tectone. And Tectone had a quite interesting type of relationship with Gacha because if there's anybody that could warn you about the dangers of Gacha, I believe no one is best than Tectone than to tell you how dangerous Gacha can be to one's mind. And if you want to see how dangerous it is to one's mind, well, besides this exorbitant amount of money he spent on the Gacha games and trying to make up the excuse of I still made a profit off that, it's still too much money to spend on something like that. And it's people for them to see you spending it on that and somewhat encouraging that type of behavior. But not only that, well, let's just say Tectone's psyche, man. Let's just say Tectone's mind took a huge hit where, due to the very nature of dating simulation these gacha games have, it changed the man. Take a listen.
Man, these 3D bitches. On God, I'm sticking with my 2D Genshin Impact baddies from now on. I'm straight up goon maxing.
And unfortunately, he just couldn't withhold this rage, all this emotion to himself. He just had to start taking it out on real streamer women. Take a listen.
Man, Pokimane in this jail. Straight up, a couple bars ain't enough to keep in a real like me. I may have lost my guns for 10 years, but at least my Genshin Impact baddies are with me. They're older than 10 too, I think. Man.
So, as you can see here, unfortunately, Tectone is just he something snapped in this man's mind, man. Something just snapped, and he really tried to fight back the demons that the Genshin Impact baddies have done to him. And look at this is an insane attempt at redemption. Take a listen.
I am going to be as fair as humanly possible.
Man, that stupid Valkyrie. On God, she is about 24 years too old for my liking. My Genshin Impact baddies are 10. Speaking of 10, that's how many years my guns were taken away. Her and the state of Texas. I didn't do nothing.
And sadly, despite the multiple attempts, he failed, and he just had to resign himself to his cruel fate that he's in now.
And I straight up don't give a single fuck about going to jail as long as I can get conjugal visits from my Genshin Impact baddies. I will even settle for an iPad with downloaded VTuber streams so I can get my goon on.
So yeah, obviously, Tectone's relationship with Gacha is very, very questionable. So all this to say, if we hear criticism from Tectone himself about Gacha, I think we can take that to the goddamn bank because obviously it really messed with this man's mind. And now it seems like good old Saint Tontas had some stuff to say about that. I really wanted to see what Saint had to say about tech. I rarely do react to a react, but considering Saint Tontas is by many who is considered the man that Tectone passed the torch to, in the sense of a presence that is very controversial in the space, I feel like it's important to also listen to him as we discuss Tectone's take about all this, because they're kind of put in the similar box. And I do want to look at how they look at things and discuss their sentiment towards the gacha space as a whole. So let's take a listen, man. Let's take a listen.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is very, very, very fair to say that the gacha space has been a bit troubled recently. A lot of people just going around becoming the biggest grifters you've ever seen, a lot of loss of responsibility, and of course, a lot of content that most people would just kind of look at and think is absolute garbage. And
is that the case? Yeah, Chad, do we think the gacha space in terms of content is garbage? I think it's fine. I don't know about you, but I think we're okay, especially considering the gacha drought. Because there's some droughts going on. There isn't much going on in this space right now. I feel like we're still okay. Is it just me, though?
one of the main reasons for why many believe that gacha space is looking like the way it is right now is very simple. The departure of Baltimore. The departure of Techless, the departure of Tectone as he heads into mainstream drama content and has just left everything related to Gacha behind. And this is the unfortunate reality over here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the unfortunate realization that I think the community might need to have at this point. I think he's gone for good. And
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna come back. Yeah, I seriously think Tech is gonna leave this chapter behind him. I don't think there's any more incentive for Tech to do Gacha anymore. It makes total sense. Um, but when it comes to Tectone leaving, having a huge impact on the Gacha space, I think 1,000,000%. Because I think he managed to draw a lot of mainstream blood into the Gacha space. Because Tech has influence. Whether hate him or love him, the numbers don't lie. Tech has influence, and unfortunately, it was a huge blow to the space having someone like that, as influential as like that, just completely distancing themselves from the space. It's really unfortunate.
unfortunately, part of the reason why he wants to leave is because he actually recognizes he kind of up regarding the space, uplifting individuals who should not have been uplifted, and now we're in a state where it's just a bunch of kids slinging shit everywhere and ruining it for everybody.
Who? I mean, we had, the classic, what's it called? MTash versus Tech. We had Atu, Pokey. I'm not a fan of Pokey, but I don't think Pokey is like problematic in the space. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a douchebag rat fuck, but I wouldn't say like he's man. Whenever I see his content, I just want to puke. No, he's doing his thing. I think as a creator, Pokey's fine. He's just a stereotype when it comes to his relationships with other CCs, basically.
And with how ruined it is, bro just doesn't want to come back. And just so you all know, he's got no financial reason to come back. I do believe this is on track, on record to be his most profitable year of content creation ever. I think he said something about making like several million or something like that just over the course of the next 12 months. So yeah, he's got no financial incentive to come back either. So I think he's cooked, or I think we're cooked. So let's go ahead and see.
We are cooked. I don't think he's cooked. We're cooked in the sense of what we could get from good old Tech. Because here's the thing. I feel like Tech could have left a long time ago. He could have. But he decided to stick it anyway, to stick in the Gacha space anyway. The reason why I think is because he had, the nostalgia of it all. He likes it. He represents it. It's a big deal, right? It means a lot to him. He's a very sentimental guy. You can tell. I'm a sentimental guy myself. I know one of my kind when I see one. But besides that, it's here's the thing. So this is something very important. A lot of people need to hear. Niches like Gacha, a lot of video games, not limited to just Gacha. A lot of creators use this as a stepping stone to at least build some form of audience so that they can finally branch out into the mainstream, which is the thing they always wanted to do, for it is the most profitable thing to do as a creator, because that's where, let's just say, you can really make a career for yourself and have that life-changing profit that you can make out of your hobby or side gig. I know, no matter how you see this. That's basically what it is. And there's nothing really wrong with that. Big streamers typically started with a video game. Around COVID, Among Us, right? Among Us was a very, very popular game. It made a lot of creators. Genshin Impact made a lot of creators, etc. So like, you get enough popularity and then you move on to the things you really want to do and you shoot your shot. But if you shoot your shot right off in the mainstream, you have an even lesser chance to make it than, say, for example, in a niche, because the competition in the mainstream is far greater than, say, for example, in a niche. So that's why a lot of creators, strategically speaking, opt to start doing the niche, which is something they also enjoy themselves. And then after they have garnered at least a respectable amount of an audience, they can branch out. That's a good proven strategy. Look at Mugen, Artaneke, for example, if that bitch didn't quit on us, Hex Juice, Kazahana, but I think Kazahana did what I'm planning to do, which is keep doing Gacha as you do the somewhat mainstream things, is a really, really great strategy, which I, for one, I'm really interested in doing. So
There was this giant group of
Okay.
I had to deal with
A giant group of blank that he had to deal with. Yeah, you could probably guess the word that he put in there.
every single day that were
Retards.
being bought out
Idiots.
by companies to shill their opinions and represent nothing of truth and were intentionally selling these gacha games, no matter what, which are very predatory games, by the way,
Yes.
to children.
Doesn't that sound a lot like what you're currently seeing right now with, well, everyone's favorite game in the category that we're in at the moment, Arknight's Enfield? The game where basic quality of life, like being able to double claim with your stamina or sanity in this game, they paywalled it. They paywalled.
I'll admit that is a huge problem within Arknight's Enfield. I don't know why they went with this model. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know why. Like Genshin Impact has that condensed resin. Wua doesn't even have condensed resin. Like you can just immediately double claim. I think Honkai Star Rail too. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you can just double claim in Honkai Star Rail. I don't know why Arknight's Enfield went with this model on this one. But again, is it that much of a deterring factor to not want to play the game? I wouldn't say so. I think Arknight's Enfield is okay. It's a good game. It's like a 6 out of 10. It's above average by a bit. It's good. It has its qualities. It's just not for me. HSL doesn't have double claim. It has autoplay. Oh yeah, true. For example, HSL has an autoplay. Like you just don't even have to do shit. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think maybe it could be a deterring factor to him, but I think it's a bit of a nothing burger, all things considered.
The ability to double claim on your dailies. A feature that other games just have at a fucking baseline. A feature, condensed resin, right? That's been in Genshin since 1.1.
Jesus Christ. Dude, this has been around in Genshin since 1.1. I'll admit, man, you want to know what's funny? I want Wuwa to have condensed resin. Because I don't want to have to skip how do I put it? I have to skip a day of doing my stamina so that it builds up in the side stamina that I haven't used. No. I want to log in. I can condense that bitch and I can leave.
Enfield is paywalling what Genshin introduced for free over half a decade ago. And this game has so many dog CCs on payroll just saying, it's not that bad. Game first, gotcha second. Oh,
I'm not on payroll and I can safely say game first, gotcha second. I mean, it's just a fucking video game. You know what I'm saying? Like you play it, get the fun you can get out of it, then you just leave. Like just don't further invest yourself in a game that you feel like the qualities of life aren't up to your standards, but you can still squeeze fun out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can still eat some snacks, but don't sit at the table. Just grab the snacks and go. You know what I mean? Like, don't invest yourself. Don't put yourself there completely if you don't like the table, if you don't like the people around the table. I hope I'm making some sense. Not my best analogy. I hope I'm making some sense.
All gotchas are bad. It's just picking your poison. There's so many CCs on record saying all this bullshit.
Well, I wouldn't say all gachas are bad. The model of gacha is, of course, bad, duh. But like, if you navigate it properly, it's okay. Gacha games are like junk food. Let people enjoy their junk food. We all know they're bad for you. We all know what we should be eating, and yet we're not really eating that healthy stuff now, are we? Something that literally affects our bodies, our health, making us into true fat fucks. People still go and eat shitty health food, shitty junk food. The reason why it's simple is because people enjoy those. And gacha games is something that some people happen to enjoy. So yeah, some people are gonna pick their poison. They're gonna pick their poison. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, no one should be playing these games, virtually and morally speaking, but people want to have fun. People just wanna do things. Especially for free. This shit is free. Junk food is cheap. If you don't order takeout, just don't order takeout. Go to places and shit, and like you can, you know, they're kind of cheap if you know where to go. And that's it.
Oh, and let's just not forget this one thing over here, right? Oh, right. The fact that the pity expires in this game, that's something that they did as well. The guarantee for the character, the pity expires. A system you haven't seen since like 2015.
You can navigate that. Yes, it's different. I think we can navigate that. The problem with the system is the lack of freebies. That's the true problem. I'll keep saying that. I'm dying on that hill. The problem is how many freebies we get, because it makes this a problem. But other than that, I feel like if you know how to navigate it, if you're disciplined enough, it's fine. It's fine. It's a decent formula. I feel like you could lose your 50-50 to a unit that's also premium is a good idea that I feel like even games like Wuwa and Hoyo games should also implement, for example. You never know, like I lose my 50-50, or who knows, it could be a premium. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, something that's good like that. I feel like it's great. For example, guarantee should be 120 instead of 180. That'd be nice too. So it's just little stuff like that.
And these people are just eating it up. They just be eating that shit up. Game first, gotcha second. This game is amazing as engagement falls off a cliff as viewership for this title gets Thanos snapped every fucking month because it's so unplayable, it's so bad, and it's so predatory. But people still pull in those sponsored streams. Hashtag Rising Tide creators. Hashtag ad. Hashtag sellout. Unfucking believable.
Now, all due respect to Saint, but I gotta say, since when have we started hating on people getting their bag? I mean, just let motherfuckers get their bag, bro. It's like, can I eat? Can I get paid? You know what I mean? Can I get paid? Just let people have their bag, man. Just be happy for them for shit. It's like, I'll be honest, like when I see people having an ad, I might think it's the most dog shit game ever. Out of respect, I just won't say shit. Yeah, okay, you're sponsored. Okay, great. I think what Saints may be failing to see is that the era of Tectone is different than the era of Saints. Because in Tectone's era, people were literally gatekeeping people from anything besides Hoyo. And even if you wanted Hoyo to sponsor you, you have to be part of those groups, like the Atsu group. That's completely different. That's completely different. And Hoyo was like the big dog. Like Genshin there was nothing like it in the gacha market. Nothing like it. It stood as like the champ, the tyrant. Things changed now. There's different games. There's different sponsors people would want to be part of. You know what I mean? So I feel like those are two different eras where it's just not as bad. It may be still bad because Corpa is still Corpa, business is still business, and business can be cold, business can be calculating. You know, people are a little not the best, right? Morally speaking, but there it is.
I have never seen such a mask off moment from so many creators in the space, and to see it happen for one of the worst games metric wise that the space has ever seen, you just know.
What? Dude, Saint and his exaggerations, man. Saint and his exaggerations. What? I think that title goes maybe to ZZZ, I think. Or something. I don't know.
Everything up here in the first like month of the game, it was all bought. Just bought. And then people saw the reality of it, and now you see the truth of its viewership. It's a game that literally has the same chart as Duet Night Abyss. Wait, Saint, you're showing the same fucking game. No, I'm not. No, this is the DNA chart showing its release and the next couple of months afterwards. This is the Enfield release in the next couple of months afterwards. It's the same photo. This is the game.
It's the same photo.
This is the game people are going ahead and doing sponsored streams for on the daily. This is the game people are defending tooth and nail and saying, it's not that bad. It's not that predatory.
Because it's not. I'm not sponsored or anything. Because it's not. It's okay. Like that is literally the most correct response. Literally, that is the most correct response. It is not that bad. Seriously, it is just not that bad in comparison to what we have in the market in like the AAA games and gacha games. You know what I mean?
No, it's the biggest piece of shit we've ever seen. And the fact that they're paywalling basic quality of life and people are celebrating this. They're celebrating this instead of indicting it as they properly should. That's just all the proof you need about how bought out so many CCs are. And it's just unfortunate. But that's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. That's the new meta of gacha in 2026. And Enfield brought that new meta, and a bunch of spineless cowards who are just in it for the bag. Fuck their audience. Fuck all that shit. They're just bought out, bro.
I think the audience got a lot smarter since the Genshin days. I do. I think the people that play Arknights Enfield are a little more adult and more aware than your classic Genshin fan, if I'm making any sense. Because Genshin was a different fan base that is immature. I don't think I've seen that in Arknights Enfield. Or maybe I'm just not chronically online enough.
I was never paid to say anything inauthentic. And my whole thing was getting content creators who would be truthful to their audiences, and while enjoying these games, express the dangers that they represent.
That's what we do. That's what I do too. That's what I have always been trying to do. He did a good job with me, at least. He knows that. I always make sure. Do not forget. I always give this disclaimer. Do not forget. This is a video game that sells anime girls. This is my new slogan, right? I used to say, okay, my slogan was completely graphic back in the day, all right? But I'll say it anyway for old time's sake. Gacha games are the equivalent of a side bitch, all right? This is your side bitch. You hit it from time to time, but you never commit to the side bitch. You get a main bitch. The main bitch should be like a mainstream game, right? Something like Witcher 3 or, I don't know, World of Warcraft. I don't know, something that is not predatory like a gacha game is. Something that isn't giving you literal droplets every patch. Something that is solid, something that is good. That should be your main game. Or I would argue your main game should be Life. I hear that game is good. Touching Grass. That's a good game too, man. So yeah, I think that's kind of what I've always preached, and I'm still preaching. Whether it's drama, whether it's content, like for example the whole Wuthering Waves echo solution, like where they allow you to reset the echo. That was like a huge problem, and everybody called that out. No, even the people that were known as like Kurubots called that shit out. He called it out. I feel like this space is still doing just that. I do not know who these CCs they're referring to are personally, because the last thing I heard that is predatory, which was the Wua echo shit, the motorbike for Amy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all CCs called that bitch out, because I don't know who else is shilling blindly a game and lying about it. Because the only lie I heard, what Sage claims is the lie, is they just said it's not bad when clearly it has issues. That's why they said it's not bad. That's why they're not saying, oh my god, it's amazing. They're saying it's not bad because there is issues, but the game can still be enjoyed. Damn, that's what I'm saying, man.
Now, I now realize that that is bullshit. And there's pretty much no way to play these games without setting a bad precedent for your audience. It's kind of like train wrecks and gambling streams. It doesn't matter how much he says that, you know, you will lose, don't get it twisted. You're exposing your audience to these games and it's going to infect them. They're going to play it.
Okay, so this is morality speaking. All right, this is like from a place of moral high ground. Like he's good Tectone now. This is Angel Tone talking. But then he's the same man that said, and I quote, "If I'm presented with a bag, I would promote gambling. Fuck it." And like he did so in the past too. I mean, he made a lot of money through Genshin Impact and stuff. So it's like, you know, now that we've distanced ourselves from it, we can easily and say that, which is good. But of course, we have to make sure that despite something is quote unquote bad, you know, morally speaking and all that, the fact is people are going to do what they deem is the lesser evil. Because, well, I could promote literal direct gambling, or I can promote at least there's some real enjoyment, an actual decently structured video game that people can enjoy, that they can through discipline just enjoy and not pay anything, which a lot of people do, or some people will spend on it. So like it's up to the player really, more so than in order to do anything you have to insert coin. Like you can still take advantage of these games for completely free. So it's considered the lesser evil. It still has evil in the name. I'm not excusing it. I'm not saying it's okay. It still has evil in the name, but compared to the other shit, it's considered the lesser evil, and a lot of people are willing to take advantage of the incentive that that lesser evil can offer for them. So a bit like you in the past. So yeah, yes, you're right, morally speaking, absolutely. But sadly, if we were that black and white, people wouldn't be that interesting, even less so society. So
the big difference between simply playing the games and then outright lying about them to justify how predatory they are. Big difference.
You either have to
And when it comes to Enfield, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are doing the latter.
accept that or move on.
who's lying? I seriously want to know who the fuck is lying. Who? Where are the lies? I want to see them. I'm so curious, man.
Now, you can be as good as you want, but you're still going to have a bad influence on people and cause people to do a lot of irresponsible spending, which you can say that they're
Yes.
innocent. Besides the point, I look at that video and I see every single one of those creators I put on game.
He's talking about a like gacha war video over here, which basically just shows a bunch of mentally ill content creators attacking me. Yeah, that's just kind of like the situation over here. So we watched that one real fast because the meta right now is we can't make actual content, so make videos about Saint, the only real audience draw in the space. And that's what he's addressing over here.
I mean, it's not really bad for Saint now, is it? I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it shows the degree of relevancy you have. It's a bit of a compliment, if anything. You know what I mean?
I played a direct role in putting every single one of those content creators on the fucking map at some point in their career.
True. I think we can safely say so. True.
Undeniable fucking fact.
I'll speak for myself 100%.
Okay, Some of those people I put on game when they had 5 viewers, 6 viewers, and that's the truth.
I think I had like 10, 20. I don't think I did that.
It's so disappointing to see what's become of so many of these people.
Remember what I said about him taking some of the blame, feeling bad about what's happened, but he's just like, fuck it, I'm just out of here because it's so bad at this point. This is basically Tech saying he fucked up real bad. And it's unfortunate, but now you're seeing the product of what happens when the wrong people in the state or wrong people are given an audience. They have no idea what they're doing. Absolutely no clue how to create proper content. Absolutely no idea how to drive real engagement. No idea how to build a legitimate audience. And right now, it's just a bunch of actual headless chickens just clucking around. And when you combine that with Gacha being in the worst spot it's ever been update-wise, with Woo-Wah on a filler patch, Enfield being Enfield.
I think Enfield is just also in a filler patch. Like it's 1.2. I think it's just 1.2. Like, I mean, 1.2s typically are like kind of filler. Like we're entering filler territory, right?
And Genshin also being on a filler patch. And then HSR releasing its second global passive.
We have a second global passive in HSR? Huh. Well, shit. I guess that's a thing.
The games are all in a bad state. And instead of thinking about actual content that they could be making, they instead go for the biggest actual creator who's doing things. And that's me. Why do you think there are so many videos being made about me?
The only reason I cover this, I will keep saying this, because this is social dynamics that interests me a lot. That's it. Because I get to talk about things of people that share the same passion as me, where we can all sit down and talk about the social dynamic of this entire situation and how we can all grow from it as people. How you can easily see how to act and how not to act. That's why my ass is here. That's why I like to cover this stuff. Said so since day one. I've been a known drama Gacha CC since day one, man. Day one.
Remember the whole Zadi mains drama? That came from me making a single video about how the character has poor pull value. And that led to millions of views in the space, all originating from me making a take. That is how desperate the space is right now.
Yes, I would say so. And also, it's a compliment to your relevancy. So everybody wins. I think the Zani main drama was one of the best dramas we've had in the space in quite some time. I do. I think everybody won in that. It really brought the space together. I mean, is it bad?
Short 3-4 months ago, everybody was good. And they're all gonna blame Saint, because of course they will. They're all gonna blame Saint 100% for all the issues.
I would, if there's like a zero, like the ultimate issue with this is gonna be the people that incentivize this type of behavior, which are the drama goblins in the space. I would say those are like the people to blame. It's like OF and the Sims. Like, do you blame the OF girl that's taking advantage of the Sims or the Sims for incentivizing the girl to want to do that in the first place? It's like, which one do you blame? You know what I'm trying to say?
All the shit that they're saying that Saint does, and it's horrible and it's abhorrent, they're all doing now. So you can't just say...
I did notice that. A lot of the things Saint was... that we're starting to fight fire with fire. Yeah, I did notice that. That we're not trying to put out the water. No. I'm doing the exact same shit you're doing. So that you're gonna, you know, I'm gonna beat you at your own game. But that just means you're as problematic as he is now. What the fuck? Oh, yeah.
Saint bad.
Food for thought.
Yourself of all wrongdoing.
That's what people think they can do. And the unfortunate thing is that when Gacha does make its comeback, because it's currently in the deepest pits it's likely going to be in for a fucking while, all these Saint bad, Saint hate, Saint whatever content, it's just going to fucking get washed away. Because there's going to be actual things for people to talk about. There's going to be actual things for people to cover. There's going to be games coming out like NTE. But when games put out lackluster, dog shit updates that nobody gives a fuck about, like Enfield 1.2. And let me just show you how much of a fuck people give about Enfield 1.2. This is the YouTube searches for the game.
God damn, freaking flashbang.
Following its 1.2 live stream. You see, that's a 21. This was the 1.1 live stream. It's just hit lower and lower peaks every single day. ZZZ, during the Angels of Delusion, looked exactly the same. And Genshin right now, bro, who gives a shit about a 3-star unit being disguised as a 5-star with Linnea? They don't care, bro. And so people are just waiting until the end of the month for the Woo-Wah anniversary, for the launch of NTE. And right now, it's just basically in hibernation mode.
And by the way, if you're going to DM me about this,
I kind of agree with them there. Yeah, a lot of people are disinterested from Gacha now, and they're gonna, you know, they're gonna be chilling. They get to enjoy life. It's getting sunny outside. That's also very important. It's getting a little sunny outside. I mean, plus, especially the spenders, they're gonna save up their money before they can actually get into a Gacha and invest more. So, especially when they know a new Gacha is about to release, like NTE, which is big.
If you're mad, just block me. I'm so tired.
Block him! Block his ass!
The amount of work I had to do behind the scenes to fucking take care of this shit's ridiculous. And to be honest, I'm too fucking sexy and successful to really give a fuck about any of this shit.
Basically, he's talking about the fact that during our 1v15 drama over here, he had people bitching to him every single day, trying to get him on their side. He had 15 people bitching to him every single day.
I wasn't one of them. I'd like to safely report I was not one of them at all. If anything, we would just laugh about it from time to time, some comments and shit like that. I was even asking for advice in the sense of how to best navigate this, because I did feel like at some point I wasn't really delivering the proper message, right? My messaging sucked. So yeah.
And so they were trying to get Tectone on their side to try to bail them out of it, like actual children. That's why he doesn't talk to any of these people anymore. That's one of the main reasons for why he wants to just leave the space completely, because it's a bunch of fucking babies, a bunch of actual literal
No, he wants to talk to them, just not about this shit.
toddlers mentally that happen to have a YouTube channel that he helped create. And so, like a bunch of fucking dependents, they're asking for daddy to bail them out, which is basically just a confirmation that their career would not exist without him. Tectone, you brought me into this world. You've got to take care of me. It's like that argument, right? That like parents, when they have a kid, they like non-consensually brought that kid into the world, so they should be like responsible for them forever. But it's like, no, that argument doesn't work because you reached out to him to get the career boost, and then they need him to get them out of everything. It's insane.
I'll be real, guys. I'm on track to make $3.2 million over the next 12 months.
Oh, there you go.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
no,
a lot
he's
of money.
balling out.
Oh, no, that's not true.
That's a lot of money.
I don't give a fuck to deal with somebody who's upset because I didn't say Saint Bad. Let me read this real quick. $5 from Average Dog. I have an idea for streaming. I think my audience will love it. I know Instagram will love it. Any advice on pushing back on like-minded people? Yeah, stop donating to streamers asking for advice and figure that shit out yourself, because no one's gonna be able to hold your dick for you the entire way.
That is spot on. That is good advice.
And you want to know one thing that a lot of people will say after hearing this? Well, Tectone made you, Saint. No, he didn't. No, he absolutely.
No, I agree with Saint here. I agree with Saint. Was he a boost? Sure. He didn't made him like he made, for example, Mr. Pokey. That's completely different. I think Saints was already on the right track. He just gave him that final boost where he just, propulsed him. But besides that, I feel like Saint has like strong momentum to be like a big CC.
But that got a lot of help. Well, look no further than Mr. Pokey, right? Got the mythic talent stuff, got the agency, got the sponsors, all of that. Yeah, no, bro, this bald fuck over here, all he did for me was like react to like a couple of my videos and then like deal with annoying motherfuckers behind the scenes that were like try to start shit with me.
Oh, so he didn't make me then too. Yeah, because that's as far as like Tech did for me as well. And that was like years ago. So if that's the case, if this doesn't mean Tech didn't make you, then I guess he did make me too. Oh shit. Well, fuck you then, Tectone. You didn't make me. You prioritized other children than me. Shit. Anyway,
they were butthurt.
It is what it is.
Then again, the second part is kind of valuable. But you can kind of see why the space is crumbling right now and content is so bad. He's just tapping out of it because the kids are so fucking annoying nowadays. He just doesn't want to deal with them.
No, there's just no more monetary incentive for him to keep doing this shit. And plus, he has to deal with the Genshin baddies allegations. Like, he already can't escape them. It's like, imagine still being in Gacha. He's done.
But I just look at these group of people who I once really liked, and I'm just so fucking disappointed. It's a bummer. You know, like this group of people was supposed to be different, and they're just not.
I noticed that too, and to be honest, I'm with Tech on this one. It's like, I know you guys are mad, but it's like, it's getting worse. You're not calming down, it's getting worse. You're you're being played like a damn fiddle. That annoys me. I was like, God damn it.
I hate going on Twitter and seeing all these people schizo the fuck out at each other.
Okay, I don't know who it could be because I'm not on Twitter, so.
An opportunity to make the space a lot better. And I tried that. I brought him on GachaCast every fucking week to try to make people get along and be good.
Man, I loved GachaCast. It was so fun. It was so good. I miss those days. I would spawn camp them. Whether I'm on them or not, I would spawn camp them. It was so fun.
And the reason why it was good, I'm realizing now, is because there was a reward system. I rewarded these people for being friends because it would allow them to collaborate on my channel to get more eyes on their channel.
Ooh, that's a good point. That is a damn good point. Though I still think for a lot of the CCs I have seen in GachaCast, they're literally still friends. Yeah, it's like just some people like were just kind of there. Like maybe they themselves didn't enjoy the CC group aspect of it all. Maybe they didn't get along with the ones he brought on. That's why they didn't really like to hang out much.
But now that the reward system is gone, all of them are at each other. I really wanted to.
I really like the point he made, though. It's like that there was a reward system. There's an incentive to be more cordial, more understanding, and tolerant towards one another. This is a very key component that could explain what the fuck is going on. I really like Tectone's train of thought here.
All of them are at each other's throats. That was that's like the cut there. So basically, he's just describing the fact that these guys were in it purely for selfish reasons. These guys were in it just to get something for themselves.
I think that's like a dangerous generalization, but if there's some of them, okay, sure. I don't know who, to be honest with you. Maybe Mr. Pokey, but besides him, I don't know who else personally.
I think Tech just got used, and the result from this is that he actually knows what a mutual friendship actually looks like. Like a, not like a, I don't want, it's kind of like gay, but like I'll use it like mutual partnership looks like in content creation, right? Where it's not just like, oh, what can I get from you? It's like, what are we doing for each other?
You want to know what's sad? I feel like society as a whole and people, how they go about relationships became like this. Do you benefit me in any sort of way? If the answer is no, then why the fuck should I even entertain you? You know what I mean? So you're either useful, you're cool, we can hang out and everything. You're not useful, I don't give a shit about you.
And I do think the main reason for it is because of Mr. Pokey. Because that exposed the value system of betraying everything that somebody built for you. Everybody.
And being a
You
stereotype.
would imagine, I'll just let the cat out of the bag at this point, right? I wonder why there are so many people taking inspiration from him, because like it didn't work out well. Like it didn't work out well. It had the opposite effect. Like nobody should be looking at this and then being like, oh, I should do that with my channel, because it just went down. It's just been going down. That's all that's going on here. People are genuinely, I feel like, taking the inspiration from the dumbest places possible, because like that's not what you should want for your channel.
Everybody knows Mr. Pokey didn't earn his career. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think Mr. Pokey's justice is coming very soon.
Oh. What's going on? Tell us.
Sometimes it's hard to control a shit-eating grin. It's just like, you know, like that's something I need to work on a lot better. Yeah, sometimes it's really, really hard.
The real fact.
He knows some shit. There's some updates, but they're not telling us. Fuck. God damn it, Saint. What do you mean you're not giving us the tea, man?
The matter is that a lot of these people are
But my teeth look great when I smile, so is it really that bad?
scrambling around because they don't know what else to do to get viewership right now. You can be mad at me saying that. I don't care.
Wait, let's repeat that part. Let's repeat that part.
A lot of these people are scrambling around because they don't know what else to do to get viewership right now. You can be mad at me saying that. I don't care. Gacha creators, you need to stop being at each other's throats. Get the fuck over it.
I
Kiss
agree.
and make up and realize that.
Really? Do people not know? I'll be honest, man. I feel like drama debuffs me. I have a lot of ideas. I want to have like topics and stuff, like topics of discussion. Now, of course, maybe in terms of metrics, they won't do the best, but I feel like I do want to, I feel like we're not out of ideas. It's just that, metrics wise, what is better for us is typically talk about the controversies surrounding the space, more so than, do something in a game that is obviously very limiting, if that makes any sense. So, I mean, poll videos, which is the main thing that these games do, don't even do well. So, what else is there? Like the best videos that perform is games talking about the product as a whole or the controversies about the game more so than the games themselves. If that makes any sense.
All of your channels are dying.
99% of them are dying. 99% of them. We're actually at some of the most impressively high levels that I think nobody in the space can actually match right now. I feel counter-cyclical at the moment.
How am I doing? All this talk about shit. I don't even see how I'm doing. Let's see how I'm doing, man. So how does my chart look like? All right, so I average almost 40. That's amazing. God damn, we moved up here.
It's not like during a recession, people are gonna like stop needing to go poo, right? So like you invest in like the essentials. I feel counter-cyclical to all the bullshit going on in the space. It's kind of crazy.
Every single one.
What did
You're
he
gonna
say?
like stop needing to go poo paper because everyone. You know how like during a recession, you're supposed to like invest in like toilet paper because everyone needs to shit? It's not like during a recession, people are gonna like stop needing to go poo, right? So like you invest in like the essentials. I feel counter-cyclical to all the bullshit going on in the space. It's kind of crazy.
Every single one of y'all. You are going to be unemployed in the next 2 to 3 years, back working at HEB to get a job. And
I'm already doing both. I'm not making that same mistake again. We're not making that same mistake again, man. No. Unless I have like a very stable life where I'm financially secure with savings that are good, that can last me years, I am not soloing this thing. There's no way. I was forced to do it due to unforeseen circumstances that forced me into relying on solely just this. The reality is, I have a job now. I'm prioritizing my job. I'm prioritizing my professional career as a person more than this, because ultimately this could be a hobby. It could net me insane revenue, life-changing revenue, but I do realize and understand that it is for the lucky few. I could be one of those. I think I have what it takes, but until I make sure that I'll be fine focusing 100% on this, there's no way in hell I'm focusing 100% on this. I'm putting a lot of effort. I like this hobby. I enjoy it. That's why I give it more than I should, but I don't think I'm gonna care about it where, oh, it's my career and shit. No, 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 no. Unless like I'm at a certain degree of popularity where I'm making the big bucks, then sure. But considering my size now, man, I don't think I think I speak for a lot of CCs, even ones involved in this, when I say, yeah, I don't think this applies to most of us, man. Most of us already need a job. We didn't even have that big of a career to begin with. We needed jobs. We need a second, a primary form of income, while this is secondary.
Stop wasting this fucking time being at everybody's throats over the smallest amount of disrespect and work together to build functioning channels covering more mainstream topics.
Oh, he went there. He went there. All right. Okay, so let's cover something. I think, for example, Cap and Blazion really try to bring CCs together and do group activities together. I think we just need to do more activities that I feel like the audience would be more interested in. Like, of course, a podcast is always interesting, but maybe we could do different things. I don't know, like we could sit around and throw around ideas where we can do stuff together. And also, he talked about like the mainstream here. Let's face it, I feel like a lot of CCs you watch would love nothing more to do both gacha and mainstream, but tough because it varies from person to person to each of us abilities. And let's face it, I feel like the mainstream is so much more thought-provoking and complex in the reaction you get off giving a controversial take, that a lot of people don't necessarily have to deal with that. Because here's the thing, whether we like it or not, some people just want to enjoy the things they do and just want to live life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to say these controversial takes online and be part of what I deem is a problem in society to enjoy my life. I'm fine. Let them burn. I'm handling it. I'm navigating the issue. Fuck it. Like, I'm not going to put my foot down on this shit. I could virtue signal on it from time to time when it's the topic in the group I'm sitting around with. But other than that, no, I'm not necessarily going to care. I have my niche. I'm covering video games. I'm happy covering video games. It's great. Sometimes it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Just don't necessarily have to go for mainstream topics, etc. Yes, you could benefit the most, but then again, it's probably the most saturated thing, so it's even harder to find a spot there. But again, worth a shot. That's why I'm going to take a shot eventually.
You will reach your peak, and I'll be real, getting 10 to 11,000 views a video is not enough to make a career.
10 to 11K? If you're uploading multiple a day, that's still pretty bad. Yeah, that's still pretty bad. No, I'm thinking about this in a vacuum because I have supplementary income from my Twitch and my streams where we're getting like, again, like 7, 8. Well, we're getting a combined like 2,000 CCV on both platforms.
I'll be honest, like most of my revenue from my platforms comes from you guys, like the subs, YouTube membership. I would say I don't have a lot of YouTube membership. I don't know. YouTube chat isn't the most supportive. YouTube chat doesn't like to support much. Twitch chat is quite generous. Yeah, I would say that's where most of the big numbers come from. Like in terms of views and getting views to like count on it as like a source of revenue. I'll be honest, I just don't see it. I don't even take the money off YouTube, by the way. I don't even touch that. That's right, man. That's right. I don't even get it.
So I'm supplementing that into my calculations, but just, yeah, 1,000 views, like 10,000 views a video. Nah, your shit is cooked. If you're going 10K views a video and it's like one video a day, that's a hobby.
Yes, it's a hobby, but depending on where you live, it's a career. Let's not sit here and pretend everybody's in the West. Not everybody's in Europe, and even if you are in Europe, depends on where you live, and not everybody's in America. There's some countries, if you're an English speaker, that's good money. That's really good money. That's a career. I would even argue that's more money than the average salary there.
You will never, like, be in the conversation for like having a house, having like whatever, having like retirement. Like, it's not even in the conversation at this point. The biggest problem that I have right now is figuring out my taxes. These other creators don't have any clue of the concerns that I have at the moment. It's a realm foreign to them because I don't even think they're making more than like the 12,000 like fucking limit that you even need to be taxed on your income. I don't.
But a lot of people are not from America. They're not from America, man.
This message goes out to Itoma and Blazion.
Athoma and Blazion. Holy call outs. Shit. Athoma is here. He's right here. What did I do? We're about to find out.
Wait, he called out E.T. and Blazion? Wait, no way. Wait, how did he call? Loki, I didn't even know he did this. Wait, I need to hear what he said over here.
I like both of you. But the fact that y'all are fighting on Twitter for conversations for over the course of weeks that are...
You're beefing on Twitter? Why the fuck are you beefing on Twitter? Make videos and shit.
It's not even like funny because like usually like seeing two people that are stupid as fuck fighting is usually funny. It's just sad. It's gotten to the point where it's just sad.
The levels of unemployment are psychotic.
There it is. This was the term I was looking for. Yeah. Hey, Athoma, Blazion, y'all need to get a job. Massive day for the unemployed. That's you guys.
And it sucks because I see people like this who have the opportunity to make great channels, but instead of talking
True.
about content, they're just going to say, oh man, fuck Saint. Oh man, fuck Captain Refrigerator. Oh man, fuck Skull CJ.
It's chronically online behavior. 1,000,000%. Unemployed as fuck.
Shut the fuck up and find a way to make y'all's channel succeed, or you're going to be floundering and left to the wayside. Look at what Kazahana's doing and do what he's doing.
Kazahana has been a great source of inspiration to me. He really was. I was like, that's what I want to do. Yes, I do not have to leave a channel to go focus on another channel. I can just do both. And I can clearly succeed in both. I can do this. I just need to set things up and I'm going to take a shot. I like that. I fucking love that shit. Shouts out to that guy, Kazahama, man.
I need you to pull your head out of your ass.
It's the unfortunate reality, guys. A lot of people, though, have really gotten to the point where, unfortunately, their public image is kind of just damaged beyond repair. Where they're now known as either one of the stupidest people in the space, they're now known as like a crazy ex.
All right, Sane, just stop saying that. Please. Please just stop saying that.
The guy that... I don't even know how to, like, describe Blazion's channel. Like, what even happened here? Like, sorry, I need to take a quick fucking look because it looks like the aftermath of, like, a nuclear bomb. Like, bro, it's like his channel has, like, radioactive fallout. Wait, he just deleted every video. Wait, he just nuked his own channel. Wait, what about E.T.? Oh, he nuked his own channel too.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he just nuked his own channel too. I have my own reasons. Yeah, it's because you got called you guys all got called retarded. I'm glad you're taking measures to improve. You're definitely taking steps that a lot of other people in the space aren't gonna take. But like, good golly gee, y'all were on one for the past 2 months. Like, I'ma just be so for real. Y'all were taking retard pills the past 2 months.
And you need to start covering more topics. And by the way, if that's what you want advice for, DM me anytime. But if another one of y'all DMs me about saying Tota's bad, shut the fuck up. You're a child. Get over it.
Yeah. I hate everyone. I'm tired of this shit, but I love you. Why would you hate me when I love you this much? That's mean. That's mean. Gay. Shut up! I was being cute and shit.
Want to know, bro, he needs to show me at some point how many DMs he received about me. Bro, I just want to know, like, the raw number. I want to know how many CCs, and I want to know the raw number because it has to be over 67.
No, White Knight, leave it $10 via Rumble Wallet. Thank you, bro.
Look at bro whoring himself out over a fucking, like, who the president that on the $10 bill is? It's like
hey, $10 is huge. What the fuck are you talking about? Show some support to show some love to your supporters, man.
Denzel Washington? Wait, no, that's not the right guy. No, who's on? Is it Thomas Jefferson? That was a joke.
Appreciate the fuck out of that. Anyways,
I know it was Alexander Hamilton, okay?
like, it would be different if they were making hella money off this shit, but they're making like $5.
Some people's videos are also so sexually explicit, they don't even get monetized. Bro, there are some people doing this out of the love of the game.
Yes, that's what most people do. Hell yeah.
Spending 5 hours a day, 8 hours a day, uploading and making YouTube videos and doing it for free. Or
It beats just playing a video game for nothing. I'll be honest, I'd prefer someone make content for the love of the game more than, playing a video game for nothing. Like replaying Pokemon for the 1,000th time.
Bro, it's just, you gotta wonder, what is their objective? You'll never know.
Fuck it. what am I gonna do?
Not watch Enfield 1.2. That's the current situation, ladies and gentlemen, and I think it's kind of obvious over here, right? Why he's not coming back. Why he doesn't want to come back. Because the space right now is just the most diseased I think anyone has ever seen it. And of course, right, we've had conversations. I've talked to Techie off stream and stuff like that about this stuff, but the conversations we have aren't even related to this shit. Or they're like tangentially related. I was just like, yo, you see this latest fucking schizo post? They're saying I'm viewbotting. Yeah, people be accusing me of viewbotting right now. Yo.
He'd be lol.
Yo, your mod is clipped.
And I'm pretty sure his reply would be Omega lol.
Technically insane. She just tagged FBI Director Kash Patel and Pam Bondi in a tweet about me. Yo, she offer medication?
It's Sarah of the Lake, man. That was probably the most cinema shit I've seen in this drama. Is Sarah of the Lake's crash out on Twitter. That is insanely crazy, man. What? Sarah, what the fuck? Oh, man.
Because we're at a point, we're at kind of like a critical juncture over here, where people have no idea what to do when it comes to channel growth, their careers and stuff like that. And that's just what happens when games are not in a good state at all.
Oh yeah, it's always been the case. I'll be honest, this isn't new. This isn't new. It has always been the case.
The opinion that the reason that the way this all got kicked off is literally because of Arc Knights Enfield. I literally think Arc Knights Enfield killed the gacha space because there were so many CCs, so many individuals who thought that this game was going to make their careers. People thought that this was going to be the next Wuthering Waves.
Everybody thought, no, they're thinking it's going to be the next Genshin Impact. No one gives a fuck it's going to be the next Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves did not have as much pull as fucking Genshin Impact. Everybody in their mama is waiting for the Neo Genshin Impact. It's not there. It's never going to happen again. Forget about that. It could be Wuwa is a decent one. SSR, great too, if it were to happen again, but tough.
That they were going to be the next Pokey for HSR, right? They were going to be the next Sate for Wuwa. They thought that they were going to be the next Doro for Genshin.
Yes.
That they were going to be able to latch onto this, right? Be able to grow their careers, be able to hit that next level. But instead, it's the biggest piece of shit anyone's ever fucking seen, and the crash out from so many individuals combined that are just like, that have been like blue-balled, edged, with no relief. That's what we're seeing right now. Because these guys thought Enfield was going to change everything, and the only thing it changed were the bank accounts of the biggest shills, the biggest hyper-grifters in the space, because there is no game here. It's
W to all the people that took their bag off Arc Knights Enfield. Do not let Saint's obvious biased hatred for the game makes you feel less than or like dirty for doing that. No. If he were in your shoes, he would have done that. If I was in your shoes, I would have done that. If any of the audience here was in your shoes, they would do that. Doing the opposite would literally be stupid. It's fine. We understand. You do you. Kings and queens, you got it. More power to you. All right. Well, I guess we should call this the Tectone's successor. Oh, Tectone's legacy. We're going to call it. Oh, you know what? I should make that a separate video, actually. I think that would be a great topic of conversation. But yeah, I guess, man, this has got to be the longest recording I've ever made in my life, dude. I've been yapping. Jenna hasn't even talked about Saint for over a year. He still implies he's a PDF even recently. Yeah, Saint needs to stop beating dead horses. I think he would get so much further ahead and his PR would go through the roof if he would just stop beating a dead horse. I mean, shit. Come on, Saint. You can do it. I believe in you. I wonder what he will say about NTE when he gets that lucrative contract from them. Well, it depends on how NTE is. It's that. OOCCs don't even talk about their game because they know it's not profitable, which is sad. I think there's some profit to be done by talking about what surrounds Wuthering Waves. But if you're talking about already existing content, it's not the best. It's definitely not the best. And also, what sucks about Gacha is you have to make recent content, as in recent news. Like, news is very important, is where growth is. you can't just make a video and let it grow over time. That just doesn't work in Gacha, which is sad. Why are we acting like these viewers don't have a role model IRL, or are you saying these viewers are aspiring to be like Saint in CC space? Do you realize the number of people that are growing, for example, without a father figure? There's a lot of people like that. We literally have internet dads. That's a career path for certain CCs. Go look at that. Go look at that up. There was this guy. He's dead now. Kevin Samuels. He used to be so popular because he was known as the internet dad. That's how he made a career, and then he started roasting women online, which is where he went back in the Andrew Tate days. If your father figure is Saint Chantas, you might want to reconsider your entire life. You feel me?
I just want to be the dad that goes out and gets the paycheck, but then never interacts with the kids.
So yeah, this was quite the roller coaster. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sorry, editor, for how long this is. Be seeing you.